You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another.
Still doing it.
Still keeping on.
Till Lorne Michaels signs us a fucking contract. Where
We're so close.
Yeah, oh man, where we do
The first people to not audition and get on Saturday Night Live.
just set up a card table with a soundboard and 2 microphones and just record a podcast for SNL.
Retroactively put in the credits of Mad TV.
You're right.
Tadpog podcast show happens weekly.
It happens.
A show that definitely happens.
It fucking happens. You guarantee it.
So let's see. 2 old guys play old games.
Yeah.
This week, 1 old guy is playing a game and decided to have 2 old guys on just to listen to him talk about it.
You're on a stump. You're on a stump with a big book in your lap, and Ian and I are sitting crisscross applesauce in the grass.
Hey, everybody, an old man is talking. Yeah, so to hear me talk about Persona 3, Wizened Sage, Ian Chandler.
Hi, everybody. I'm back.
What's up, man?
He's been very, very angry with us that we haven't had him on in such a long time. I saw the Facebook, just the anger bleed through, and I had to rectify the situation immediately.
I was shaking when I typed it, and it took like 10 minutes for me to get it into English. I was just typing so furiously.
What happened? I have not been on Facebook a whole lot.
There was, as a lot of the nation knows, been problems with Soundboard.
Yeah.
And I have been remiss. Unfortunately, I have not listened to the show as much lately, other circumstances, which I explained earlier to Tyler and Dave. And, so I'm way behind. And so I'm hearing on the nation that the soundboard's screwed up. We can't play calls. We can't whatever. And then one of our fellow members made a comment to send out this bat signal to me.
Okay.
To fix it.
Okay.
And clearly I had been drinking too much. I made a comment of they don't talk to me anymore. That was all I said, and
I talk to you a lot.
It was patently false because
my passive aggressive flag went.
Yes, because
I was like, I like Ian. I'll fix this.
Literally the day before that, Tyler had just texted me on Facebook or messaged me with that, at random. I mean, we were just having a little conversation about and he wasn't asking for a fucking favor or any of that. It was we were just talking.
Yeah.
And then I saw you at the gym, which I see you like literally twice a week at the gym. We talk, we say hello, we do the thing.
Yeah, I talk to you more throughout the week than I do Tyler. That's a weird statement.
Truly,
we just save it all up. We edge with
true.
other people and then have just an explosive conversation.
It's the fucking truth, though. Like that's a funny thing that you're saying, but it's the fucking truth.
Yeah. Well, I said that just completely as a joke. I did not mean that in any way. It instantly. I mean, I had posted that comment maybe 10 seconds ago, and then Tyler's all caps message comes through on Facebook Messenger. What the fuck do you mean? You're coming on the show Tuesday. You're coming on the show. I'm like, all right, man. I didn't mean it. No.
What game? Nothing you care about. Just come on the show.
Yeah, I said, what are we talking about? He says Persona 3. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to contribute to that? And he's like, I don't want you on the show. So
is that a game? That's my first question for Tyler.
Yeah, I was like, what is it?
Sorta.
But I'm just telling everybody on the Facebook group, and I was just fucking around. They do talk to me. We're very good friends outside of this. And yeah, I did fix the soundboard.
You did.
By the way. So
thank you for that.
Hey, my pleasure.
I could not figure it out, nor did I want to. Yeah. But hey, here we go.
Well, I only need 13% of your donation for that service.
Right.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why I said 13.
It's your typical agent amount. It's fine to get it.
14 seemed high. 12 seemed low.
It's because Dave, I wanted to give you more breathing room.
Hi.
To hello, Dave. To play more Final Fantasy 15.
I've made progress.
All right, good.
So I'm not done with it yet, but I have made progress.
Well, we're going to get this out of the way. I think we should do Persona 4 next week.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah,
Okay.
talk about Persona 4.
I'm down.
If Bailey hears this, because I know she loves Persona 4.
Bailey
so,
of Hops and Heroes.
Yep.
That podcast. It's very enjoyable.
Very enjoyable.
Everyone should check it out.
I'm going to do that, and if she's interested, she should say something. So just putting that out there.
Okay. So you want Bailey
But-
on that episode is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
So it is a great thing that Ian fixed a soundboard.
Yep.
Because now we can do that again. So that is very good.
Well, if that's all we got out of it, I'd be thrilled with that. It's great.
I changed my mind. I wanted it to be fixed.
Okay.
This is a good thing now. So this week we'll be talking about Persona 3, where I played it for the PlayStation Vita.
Okay. So this came out.
Originally, it's a PS2 game.
Okay.
But before all that,
Yeah.
I'm your bearded host, Tyler, and I like cats.
Yeah.
I do. I enjoy having cats.
Yeah.
I do because Meg has
don't
has
see
River
any.
and
There
are
Sky.
no cats.
You don't. Let me get to that.
Okay. All right.
My puzzled look was not a solo thing.
No, there are no cats.
I don't love cats like Alf does. That's why you don't see any. But Meg has River and Sky, so I am sans cats, which
Right.
makes me sad.
Yeah.
Mostly I miss River and Sky. I don't miss just cat in general.
The idea of
I'm
cats.
intensely afraid of a bad cat, because a bad cat is a good thing to have.
Oh, I've had a bad cat before.
Oh, man. Oh,
I've
man.
had a bad cat before.
So, like, I have just a little bit of trepidation about getting another one, because, I mean, cats live a long time. You don't want to be settled with a bad cat. So that's a little bit of fear of. That's why I really haven't pushed for having another cat.
Yeah.
But Melissa knows how much I love cats.
Do you, Melissa? She confirms.
And she was being very sweet the other day. They were driving home, and on our road, she saw a cat. She thought she's a beautiful cat, a beautiful orange cat
In
our
your yard? It came up to you?
Mm-hmm.
You have to adopt that cat.
So-
I mean, that's just
It's a
So
law.
she's not
that's
crazy.
just that's
It is.
yeah. It's in
She's
the Bible.
not crazy about cats, but she thought it was beautiful and wanted me to have a cat.
Yeah.
So she picked up this cat
Yes.
and brought it to me in the house.
Okay.
Once it crossed the threshold of the house, the cat transformed into a very different cat. And it was a very pretty cat. And she came in and she showed it to me, and I pet it, and it seemed sweet. It's like, I don't know if this is a wild cat or somebody else's cat. It's hard to tell. But as she was holding it, it then decided, like, I don't want to be up here anymore.
Time
and
to
started
mur-
to scratch.
Time
and,
to murder.
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, all the doors and all the rooms are open.
You're like setting up a horror scene is what you're doing.
So she has the cat's clawing her, so she drops the cat, and it immediately darts to the one place in this house that we just can't really get it, which is in the corner of this bed in
Oh
here.
my
Oh,
god.
wow.
Because you've got a huge bed in this bed.
We have a huge bed
And
that
then
is
you-
fucking screwed together. Like when we bought it, some of the pizzas, some of the pieces were missing.
Excuse me, Mr. Realtor. When you sell this house, can you make sure they leave these pizzas here?
There's been no got any pizzas.
The fuck?
Where my bed pizza
How
at?
am I supposed to sleep on this?
So,
This bed is huge.
uh-huh.
The room
We
is,
can't get under it.
No.
and like this is okay. So butted right up next to the bed is the table that we record the show on. So like that cat's really like
The cat is
really
in there.
like a bunker.
Because you have like a 6-inch clearance underneath the bed, so you can't really reach under there and get anything. And then we have large wooden boards drilled onto the bottom, so the bed's even because those were
those are your
missing.
cat getting oars right there. Aren't they?
So then the cat, it immediately drops, and I guess some sort of Peter Parker Spider-Man safety sense just dashes into that corner.
Fuck.
And just fucking holes up, and like it's Helm's Deep. Like it is just fucking it is in there. And like all the girls are trying to get it out. Like we got brooms and we're trying to like poke it and trying to reach it, but like there's no fucking getting that cat. They're like, well, we set like food out and water out, maybe it'll walk out on its own. No. We just go, fuck it. We just lay in bed, just wait. Maybe it'll come out. No.
How long did you wait?
This weird wild cat, hours.
Hours?
And it just does not budge. And I didn't want to it's like we can just go to bed. Maybe it'll come out. It might also just start pissing and shitting all under this
absolutely.
immovable
That
bed.
is
Yeah,
likely.
absolutely.
So before, so I'm like deep into my Lunesta at this point, just like, I gotta fucking get this cat.
Oh my God.
So it's like 11.
Melissa, get the gun.
Where's the burning pitch?
So it's 11:30. It's like, do something about that cat. So like I just look under the bed,
Oh man.
and it's like it's scratching at me. Like I just look at it. Like the cat is just like, nope. I'm a bad cat.
back
You made a mistake.
back to the original question of where this cat came from. Definitely not another house.
Yeah.
This is a cat who is like, this is like if you or I were just picked up and hurled onto the moon, just like out of the blue.
Yeah. This is the
Because I was like, this is a wild cat. It just hasn't been fed a few
Right,
times.
yeah.
this is a Roland of Gilead cat. A loner. I don't do well with other people.
So yeah, like getting a while, I get oven mitts on, and she gets on one end of the bed with a broom. We're just trying to get it to where maybe I can reach on the side of the bed and scruff it and pull it out. No, we're just making it angrier and making it retreat further.
So you decided to move.
It by order of conquest. It's now.
No, what, those pizzas didn't work out after all. I don't know why you sound like that.
I do.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's me.
Tyler,
Tyrone Baloney. That's what they call me.
nailed it.
So yeah, at damn near midnight, it's just like there's nothing else we can do. So I basically prop up the bed, and then it's just in underneath these huge slats of wood. So then I put both of my oven mitts on, and she tries to guard the door, and then I have to reach under these boards. I can't really see it, and it's just fucking going nuts.
Oh my God.
But I managed to like scruff it and just drag it out. I don't know how much carpet it took up with it.
Oh man.
Drag it out, and she has a sheet that we just wrap it in the sheet, and then go outside, just broom.
And then we slammed it into the side of the house because we were both very angry and tired.
Man, you guys straight took that cat.
Yeah, you did.
Like threw a flashbang under
So
the
I was
bed.
like, we've seen so many hoarders, they come out with like poles and shit to get
Yeah.
cats like this. Like we are ill equipped for this.
I tell you, man, I love that that's a common problem on hoarders.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. All the fucking time. Every 2 episodes is like they have just a bunch of cats just hidden in all different parts of the house.
like cats that are just fucking and having babies that like no one in the house knows about.
Easy
Well,
to
that-
collect, hard to get rid of.
Well, that one lady, the cat hoarder had the liquid cat.
Liquid cat.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
ooh, that episode. But as soon as like the cat
Show notes.
as soon as the cat goes out the door, Melissa just like, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get you a cat. It's like, I
Noted.
love you for your sentiment.
You just looked
That
at her
was
and
great.
said, noted.
Oh, I thought once it was thrown out of the house, you exorcised it, and now you have a new cat, and you're just totally cool.
We just waterboarded it till it decided to be good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That was what the sheet was for.
There's my intro story.
Hey, what's up, internet? That was a good fucking intro story.
was.
I really wasn't prepared to talk about anything, but I've been holding on to this one for a while.
Oh, good.
And I've gone back and forth, like, do I want to tell it? Do I not want to tell it? And Tyler, I think I have to tell it.
Okay.
Because after you told a great cat story, I can't just be like, hey, I'm Dave, and I don't have a story. So,
You can. It's a TADPOG. It's fine.
oh man, if TADPOG is like just a complete blank check to not fucking do anything, man, I am tempted to fucking take that.
Sign me up.
I am tempted to take
Yeah,
that.
that's how much you beating Final Fantasy 15 and playing some Shining Force 2
Yes.
means to me.
Well, hey, look, both of those things are going to happen, definitely. Also, hi. Thank you both, Ian and Tyler, for being so kind to me after being damn nearly an hour late to this recording.
It's not your fault.
Melissa, to you as well. I'm sorry to be in your bedroom right now.
If y'all could only see what was actually going on in here, you'd be terrified.
Or turned on.
Or turned on.
We usually keep this bedroom full of people. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Cameraman.
Cameramen, people on on Craigslist.
Boom mic guys.
Camera people.
Oh, sorry.
Did you just assume the gender?
Check your fucking privilege, asshole. Sorry.
So I have to tell a fucking story because I've got all these strikes against me already. Tyler, you actually know this story already. I've never shared it on the microphone. Do you recall when Pokemon Go first came out? And it was a big deal, and like people were all like flocking to the riverfront downtown, a place where like, I mean,
Melissa and I went on dates walking around the riverfront catching Pokemon. Like,
the elderly must have fucking hated that because
No,
it's
they
like,
were playing it.
well, yeah, I saw a few of them playing it, but then I also saw a few people like sitting at those tables, like just looking around, like, why the fuck are all these?
this?
Yeah,
It was what I might
Why do they
imagine.
keep shouting these strange words and all rushing from one end to the
oh
other?
my god, that makes me feel awful. That must be the worst to be. Can you
Dragonite? What is that? Is that a gang?
being that close to death's door and like realizing this is it? Like this could be my last fucking memory. Is all these people staring at their black rectangles, shouting out cartoon animals' names.
Pointing it at nowhere and saying it's there.
I fought in Korea.
These invisible monsters. I fight invisible monsters every damn day.
I still do.
So that was going on, Pokemon Go, and I actually went down to the riverfront one night with you, Tyler, and Melissa, Nikki, Henry, and me. And that was like when it was really still like a very exciting thing, which it still is, guys. It still is. It's just,
Gen 2's out.
still,
It's
yeah, it still
I
is.
was into Pokemon Go. There you go.
I remember this night. I remember bringing one of those knockoff Yetis tumblers with a big giant ass fucking Coke Zero and rum, and having a good time walking around catching Pokemon. And do you remember the story? Do you know what I'm leading up to?
I don't recall. I remember the night, but I don't recall.
Good. I'm glad. So I am walking by myself along the riverfront, looking for a
Oh shit! Okay.
looking for I can't remember what it was, a Dratini probably. And Tyler and Melissa were in a different area looking for a different Pokemon. Nikki and Henry were kind of up near the mural wall, so you know, a good distance away. And I'm walking and I'm looking down at my phone, and then like something, like a figure just kind of like pops out, like, you know, like a little hop, and this figure appears to my left, and I turn, and there is this really cute girl. And I'm kind of like, so I kind of look at her, and then I look down at my phone like, okay.
This is not for me.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, clearly there's a misunderstanding. Goodbye.
Not my quest line. No.
Right. So I look back at my phone, and she says, are you catching Pokemon? And I like kind of look, I kind of tilt my phone down, and I look, and I'm like, she is talking to me. Why? And I said, yeah, I am. And I kind of pull my phone back up, and she goes, can I help? And at this point, she says, can I help? And like my body goes into a fight or flight. Like, I mean, I feel like, you know, when you see like a cat.
Clearly, you don't play the game, but you know the answer to that question.
Like when you see like a cat bristle up or something, like that's the feeling where it's like,
Tyler, you know what that looks like.
Yep.
yeah. So I don't know what to do, and I'm like, in this moment of honestly, this moment of fucking politeness, I'm like, yep. And as soon as I say yep, I'm like, what the fuck are you going to do? What now you're attached to this human, and you can't go back to your friends because they're gonna be like, who's this?
Found a girlfriend. Did we? Hello, strange young woman. Allow me to introduce you to this man's son and wife.
Henry, this is second mother. Second mother. I wonder what you. Oh man, if you did super creepy with it, just brought her back to Nikki. Oh, we found another.
Yeah. I was gonna say I think I did go super creepy with it, but you're wrong. I mean, I'm wrong. You're right. That is a super fucking creepy way.
I found the boy a companion and wife.
So I do not know what to do. I don't, and my mind is racing. Why did you say yes? First of all, is what my mind is saying. Why did you say yes? You have to, like, what next? Are you going to walk around the riverfront until she fucking sits down and then you're going to run away? And
there's one. Would you get it for me? You can run the other way.
Hand her your phone and help her. God.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. There was a point where I'm like, oh, she wants to steal my phone. That's definitely what's happening right now.
You know you can't trade yet, right? You can't give me a Pokemon.
My carrier's Verizon. You don't want this. So I do not know what to fucking do. I do not. And I fucking freeze in my tracks. Thankfully, I am saved by 5 young men who jump out of a van, which is playing Drake. And they start chanting in unison, "Suck him dry, suck him dry, suck him dry." The look on Ian's face. I know you were looking at Melissa, Tyler.
I was like, I was ready for her to hear that.
You are fucking lying.
No, I'm not. I am not fucking lying. This for real fucking happened.
Did you come or what?
So at this point, I'm like, I really do not know what the fuck to do.
Oh, how could you?
Like,
I don't even know what to do now, and I'm just hearing the story.
Like
you
when
put on some more eyeliner first.
Put the lotion in the basket, motherfucker.
When I woke up, man, like that morning, I was not like, what's the contingency plan if I go to the riverfront with Tyler and Melissa? And then get separated from them, and then a young girl approaches me, and then men erupt from a vehicle, demanding that she suck me dry.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I gotta ask you some questions right now.
No, not allowed. Sure.
How old was approximately the woman?
Not old enough.
Probably not, because she was wearing a local high school t-shirt.
Strike 1.
Right.
Strike 2, I assume that these gentlemen that jumped out of the van were approximately the same age group.
They were.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. All right, go. Continue. Is this it? Was that the end of the story?
That man was
No.
actually the bang bug.
Then I die.
No, I'm just curious where you're going with that.
I'm just asking.
Okay.
No, I just want to. I'm trying to visualize this thing.
You think one of the boys is your son trying to get David blowjobs?
No,
So, no, that's not the end of the story.
I'm not. There's no pretext here. I'm just asking.
I'm asking because it plays into a later part of the story.
Okay.
So, I have no idea what to do. I'm fucking frozen like it's a status effect. It's just like I don't know what's going to
You're
break.
just glowing red, standing there.
Like the thought of going help like actually crossed my mind. Like what happened if I would just yell help right now? What would happen? I've never seen a man stand in public and yell help before.
Statutory.
So
Statutory.
Lay down completely flat and straight on the ground and look. Can't touch me. Safe place.
yes, or run into the river.
Or run.
Yeah. I was actually considering running, and at that point she said, "Excuse me for a moment." She was very polite about it. She said, "Excuse me for a moment," and then she started walking over to the guys who had erupted from the van
And suck them dry.
I don't know, because I did briskly walk away from the scene. I didn't run, but I did walk. Like I walked with a pace where it's like,
Dave has escaped the battle.
yes, exactly. I held down L and R and GTFO because I was like, as I'm walking away, I'm like, I can't hear anything, because it's like just block everything out and get away, so that you don't have to. It's not rude if you don't hear her because of the voices that you've made in your head.
So you were safe.
So I was safe.
That waitress was checking you out. This girl at the riverfront. It's
a theme
Yeah.
I'm working on. I've decided in 2017 to make up a whole bunch of bullshit stories. just so people are like, maybe he isn't like super ugly. All right, I guess. I mean, he tells a story every week about a chick like doing crazy, like shit that does not happen in real life.
You walked into your shitty work bathroom and Brianna Banks was just like standing there.
Just
I just came out of the early 2000s and I was wondering, like, does my clit taste funny? Can you check this out?
So I escaped the fucking battle. And Tyler, do you remember me telling you the story? Mm-hmm. Do you remember the first thing that you said?
No.
I will never forget this. I will never ever forget this. And this is actually, Ian, why I asked earlier where you were going with your questions.
I only wish that I had asked the same question. I know I didn't, but I only wish
you were
I had
thinking
said
it?
the same thing. I don't know. Tell me.
The thing that you said was, oh, it was probably a dare.
Best friend. I mean, no offense, but yeah, it was probably.
Yeah, it probably was. I mean, let's look at the evidence.
That is fucking weird.
Yeah, I never expected that to happen.
I mean, look, I've lived here a long time, and I've had some pretty fucking weird things happen, but that maybe makes top 5.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. That's definitely a weird.
And
thing.
a lot of, I mean, in my top 10 are during the heyday of Pokemon Go when it first came out. Just seeing the people down there and the way they act. So you never got any closure on this thing. You never understood what the fuck was going on. You just
I never told a
set
soul.
out and really,
Except for Tyler. Tyler was safeguarder. Now he's relieved. So I could tell that way.
Now I can die.
Yeah.
All right.
No, Tyler, you're turning into light.
It's like The Giver. Like, finally it's been passed on.
Well, what is okay, so what would you have done, Tyler, in that same exact situation?
That's a really good question.
What would you have done? I'll follow up.
Yeah, I want to know what you would have done too.
What would you have done?
When she asked if she could help, I probably would have been like, I don't know how.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
well,
look forlorn, like into the river.
Sorry.
assume
No one can
that-
help me.
Assume that you
like,
had said yeah.
My
like you
wife
did.
might need help, though.
Yeah. So you would assume that, I mean, like something, like by mentioning your wife, you're presuming that, oh yeah, this chick wants to
Man, just
suck me
let you
dry.
know. Just
Yeah. So that's like, yeah. Melissa, you're nodding. You think that's the good move?
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think that she.
Oh yeah. The guys confirmed that.
So do you think she would help me here? Do you think Melissa? Do you think she was making a real play at him, or like they fucking said go over and
Yeah,
fuck with that old guy?
think that's the situation.
I dare you to blow the first guy walking by here playing Pokemon.
I mean, wouldn't dare her to.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would be, but okay, yeah. And I'm not trying to imply that that's not a likely thing because you are quite handsome.
You're very gross, Dave.
You know, I mean, you disgust me.
She could have done better, but
I mean, you disgust me. But
Any
you
port
are
in a storm,
handsome.
Dave. It's fine.
yeah.
I'm all about personality. Okay, well, I'm trying to process all of this.
Yeah,
I know that's how I suck every dick at the riverfront.
you hire 4 dudes. You buy rum for 4 guys and a van.
I go down to the local high school and I say, "Who wants to be my wingman for this bottle of $8 rum?"
They're your King's Guard.
They're my cox guard. And we go by and they chant that.
I would have believed that it was a dare if she hadn't gone over there to shut them down. And I don't.
Yeah, I
you
don't
know what
know
I
what
mean.
that
I
was
don't.
about.
I mean, if she was.
I hope that she was giving. I hope that she saw the terror in my
Maybe.
eyes and was like, I'm going to give
She
you
was
a
like,
shot.
had a
fuck, I love this.
sympathy moment.
Oh, he's so fucking squirmy. This is hot as shit.
God, I think that she saw the terror and was like, if there was any, like, that was mercy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love squeamish young dads.
Strangest.
Oh,
This is one of the strangest.
look at
stories
that
I've heard.
dad. Hey, 4 guy friends, I really want to suck him dry, but how can I do that? Hey, I have an idea.
Encourage him by pulling up and saying, "Suck him dry."
Do
That'll
you-
work.
Do you think he's playing Pokemon? I don't know. Just give it a shot.
Because if he is,
That's your end. That's your end.
right.
makes him even more suckable.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I always said.
Tell him to squirtle in your mouth. Just do it. Just do it. Go for it.
Yeah, so that's
Tell him to Blastoise on your face.
nice.
Get that Bulbasaur all the way down your throat.
Man, you guys are really good at this. Were you prepared, or are you just better at it
Winging
than I
it.
am? Yeah, you're
Winging it.
better. So that's
a good story. It's off-putting and kind of bothers me a little.
yeah. What bothers you the most?
Because
It could happen to you.
I don't know that I would have had a much different reaction. You know, I mean, on one hand, the old dad in me, would be like, "Fuck you all," you know,
Right,
really,
right.
Don't you have homework to do,
Right,
you know,
right,
something.
right.
But at the same time, maybe I'd have been in fear for my life because my wife saw me talking to this chick.
Yeah, no, I was definitely afraid I was gonna get in trouble.
Like, what the fuck are you
that's what
doing?
my go-to move is. Like always, like whatever you're requesting. I don't know. See what my wife thinks.
Yeah.
Whatever A is, that's the response.
Well, and I might
that's a good fucking plan that I may just need to like adopt.
had my wife been in earshot, I might have been like, "Hey, honey, come here and check this out. These guys are fucking with me or something." I
This
don't
chick
know.
wants to suck me
This
dry.
chick wants
Can you
to suck
believe?
my
Can you believe
dick.
her?
What do you think? Early birthday?
Here, take my phone and film this. All right, let's do it.
Birthday and Christmas.
Yeah.
Give her the Yelp review first before she makes a decision.
I don't know that I wouldn't have reacted the same way though, because I think maybe that's why it bothers me, because I can feel what you felt.
Oh man,
being put on.
Oh, did I set the anxiety all out in the room? You're
for
welcome
me
for that.
for me, but
Man.
that's a measure of effect storytelling. It's not a mark against you anyway.
Thank you.
I just God, I'm like, no, fuck that.
Oh, yep.
I can deal with a lot of things, but that might bother me. That might put me in a weird frame of mind.
So you have a Suck Him Dry t-shirt now upon Amazon.
Suck 'em dry. Yes, that's our new shirt. Suck 'em dry.
Suck Him Dry. We're good 34 minutes in.
Sweet. All the letters in Suck 'em dry are made out of hand-drawn penises by Bobcat Picasso. Phil, if you make it happen, we'll put them on Amazon.
Ian, did you come up with a story or anything?
No, not really.
Okay.
I told my stories before we started
true.
recording. I got it all out. So
Do we have time to talk about Persona 3, or should we just bullshit?
should we just fuck
Okay, look,
around for an hour?
I give an overview because I don't want to do any spoilers.
Okay.
So my intention is to make this spoiler free.
Okay. All right. So tell me about what is. Do you want me to read from Wikipedia?
That
or?
would probably be helpful.
Okay. Here we go.
If you have such a thing, right?
Well, it will be. Oh, here's a little video I was watching. Oops. We don't need that. Wikipedia.
Called Van Kid.
Called suckemdry.gov. It's a new program. As Obama was going out, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some guy's dick sucked." Assemble a squad. Persona 3.
It's a link to E-Fucked where like, watch this hot chick ask to blow this guy playing Pokemon and he runs away.
Yeah. Like there was a moment where it was like, I'm totally like, someone's got to be recording this. This
Yeah,
has
how
got
did-
to be a fucking setup.
How did every one of those guys not jump out of the van with a fucking camera rolling?
Right. What, did you think maybe they were telling each other? Like encouraging each other? Like
Suck him dry.
You know,
Suck him dry.
like the girl actually had nothing to do with it. It was just four guys who wanted to like suck a dick.
They wanted to proclaim their desire to suck each other dry.
so they send her out like
That's their dance
as
squad.
a
They're
lure.
they're about to do an impromptu flash mob.
Okay, I did. Thank you for buying me time. I did find this game called Shin Megami Tensei.
Yep, that's the series that it's a part of.
Tensei.
I say Tensai, but that's an enormous, complicated series.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of shit that falls under that umbrella.
Okay, I gotcha. So here we go. Shin Megami Tensei, Persona 3, or as it's known in Japan, Persona Suri, is a role-playing video game developed by Atlus, and chronologically the fourth installment in the Persona series, a subset of the Megami Tensei. Tensei? I can't remember which way you said it.
I say Tensai.
Tensei.
But
I'm gonna remember
I'm
that.
probably that's just me just reading.
Okay.
It's not based on anything.
So it's a sub-series of that franchise, just like you said. Persona 3 was originally published in 2006 on the PlayStation 2 by Atlus in Japan. The North American release of the game was delayed due to issues with the publication of the official art book. I wonder if that's a thing that American audiences really care about.
Yeah.
I don't know. So this goes on for a long time. This is a big entry. I'll end with this. In Persona 3, the player takes the role of a male high school
Oh, I
student
knew it took place in a school. They always take place in a school.
who joins the specialized extracurricular execution squad. Seize. A group of students investigating the Dark Hour, a time period between one day and the next that few people are aware of. And then it goes on to talk about the Dark Hour.
That actually sounds pretty neat.
It does sound neat.
It's a very, very cool series because I first found out about the Persona series from Cockmaster Ashley Shake. He played Persona 2, which Persona 1 and 2 are very different games than 3 and 4. They're very, very grind heavy. But he liked the horror elements that the Persona series has. And he would tell, I remember one story him telling about playing Persona 2 that you have a cell phone, because it's said in modern times, and you have that's how you could call your parents or any NPCs or anything like that you need to talk to, and you can manually put in the number. And it's sort of
your dad calls and tells you to go to
tells
bed.
you to save, quit, call it a night. And if you call your own cell phone number,
You die in real life.
well, it dials a person wearing your clothes, but he has a bloody paper sack over his head. And when he answers, he basically will ask you, okay, well, who am I to kill? And he will go and kill people for you if you call your own phone number. But it has some sort of. This is just me remembering a story he told me years ago.
Why haven't I played this game?
This actually
because this sounds really fucking
really
good.
fucking good, yeah.
And it has some negative effects, like you don't get experience or whatever for winning battles or winning fights like that. But that was just a cool little aside.
definitely go to hell.
No, definitely. Yeah. But Persona, because at first, once I got the Vita, I mean, you can't find Vita games around here, period. So I just got on Amazon, watched cheap and well rated, Persona 4 Golden, 5 stars, $20. I bought that, which we'll talk about that next week. But I bought that. As soon as I finished that, I was like, I want more of this game. I want more. I got in the PlayStation Store, immediately bought the digital copy of Persona 3 and said I played it to completion. Really, God, they're such good games.
I thought this was going to be something like some bullshit Katawa Shujo type thing where you're fucking...
My normal? No.
where I personally would be bored to tears in 10 minutes. I tried that one, by the way. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't.
The episode or the game?
The game.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. But anyway, no, that sounds really interesting.
It is because the Persona series, I would say it's a horror style RPG / dating simulator, friendship simulator.
Okay.
You had me.
I got
Because
pulled out.
it's not dating. Well, okay. Here's the thing. I'll give you a broad overview based on the 3 Persona games that I've played.
Please.
Because it's
Persona 1?
They're based around some sort of dark event. 3, 4, and Q are the ones that I've played.
Persona : Suck 'em Dry.
Persona
Suck 'em Dry edition.
Dry.
Dave's favorite.
They rotate around tarot cards.
Okay.
Because they'll open up.
What does? Wait, what?
The game, let's say the magic system and the battle system are all based on tarot cards.
Okay.
The tarot deck.
So kind of how like in Tactics, it's all astrology signs.
Exactly.
Stuff like that? Yeah.
Exactly. Because I believe they open up. At least 4 opens up. You find yourself in a limousine, and it's just everything's black outside, and there's an old man in a suit sitting in front of you, and he's talking very cryptically. You don't know what's going on, and he summons his assistant into the room, who's like this beautiful young woman dressed like a stewardess, and he's like, oh, we found another one. And because everybody has their own tarot card based on their personality or who they are, and your main character in 3 and 4 are based on the Fool.
Okay.
So this is legit tarot deck, like
Yep.
a real tarot deck, not like quote unquote tarot that they kind of created for this universe.
Yeah,
This is
the
based on
legitimate
what-
tarot card
Okay.
deck. Yeah,
Not Babby's first.
not baby's first tarot.
Bobby's first tarot.
And the Fool, he says, the Fool. Anyone who is the Fool tarot card is unique in that they don't have a defined personality. They can be anything else in any other kind of tarot card.
So is everyone in the world assigned a tarot card?
Basically.
Okay.
And they're part of here's me just looking into it based on what I believe from playing it. Like there are people in your life that fill out your deck.
Okay.
So it's getting close to these people, and monsters also are part of this tarot spectrum. So he tells you that you have you have a destiny in front of you. He's interested to see how it played out. Come see him anytime.
So is the goal to get like a full deck?
The goal, because the main story in 3 is like your character, you experience this weird vision, like a dream. You wake up and you move to a new city, you're in a new high school, and your first day of school, you're meeting people. It's the Japanese standard, like you're in school, you have to join a club, you have to meet your teachers, you meet fellow classmates, and then you're staying up late at night. And because this is mild spoilers, you learn it very quickly. Once he's staying up, suddenly when the clock is about to hit 12, it freezes. And suddenly you see everyone around you is encased in coffins.
So this is the dark hour?
Yeah, the dark. Basically, there are 25 hours in every day. But
you only experience 24.
Yeah, 99% of people experience 24.
That sounds like some Illuminati shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like, how they're so successful? They have an extra hour.
A whole extra hour every day.
We all freeze, and then they do successful shit for that hour.
Coffins, they're making big bucks.
And like Google is actually the screening process for like whether you get into the Illuminati, because like Google has verified that I would spend that hour masturbating. So like they feed the Illuminati that information. They're like, nope.
He can't be awake during the 25th hour.
But then he realizes you wander out, and that's when monsters appear, like your traditional RPG elements. Basically, the whole game, the 13th hour, is your traditional turn-based battle monster RPG.
So are the rest of the world like the normies in coffins for their own protection?
Yeah, they're just like, they don't remember, they have no knowledge of the dark hour.
But they're being
whatsoever.
Protected by being
they're protected from harm, yeah.
From the monsters by being encapsulated in coffins.
Yeah, they can't be harmed or remember nothing.
What's the difference between a normie and someone who can access the dark hour? Like, what's special?
They can also access personas.
Okay.
So, because whenever
hey, that's a game.
Yeah. It turns out personas it's hard to explain. It's like your own, it's just your personality, like your expression of your tarot aspect that comes out that allows you, it's what elemental magic you can use, stuff like that. That's what you use in battle.
Okay.
Is your persona.
Okay.
And once 3 and 4 tell the same story, but it's also like the system is different enough that it's a very different game between 3 and 4. So let's just say they're both houses, but 2 completely different style houses.
So is it literally the same game again, just redone, or is it like in another part of the world or something?
It's like, I think 4 takes place like 5 years after 3, and then Persona Q is the characters from 3 and 4 coming together.
I gotcha. So it's not like a Pokemon like Red to Silver or anything like that. No. Like it's a different.
It's a continuum.
It's a different game,
right?
Yeah,
sort of
same world. But
gotcha. Okay.
So, and then as your hero, he's running from the monsters. He awakened, like he has his own persona that he eventually learns to fight with and try to survive a little bit. As he's wandering deeper into Tokyo, then he just sees this enormous tower that reaches as high as he can see.
Master Mold
doesn't know what it is.
Master Mold is about to awake.
And as he's wandering around, he sees other people fighting, and it turns out it's other people in the high school that have their own club, C's. And that's And then they say, the new kid, he's awake in the dark hour as well. Join us. We're trying to fight the monsters and
is that a
stop what's
sanctioned
going on.
club?
Where do you put that on your fucking
Well, they do.
college
They had their
application?
own dormitory and shit like that, and funded tech and whatever. And
so the school knows the
school's
specials.
aware of their.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. Or otherwise, that is a ridiculous coincidence that I don't think I could overlook and play this game.
Because and they're like, we need to get everything bad started happening when this tower appeared. And
I was hoping you were going to say like whenever Blues Traveler released their album 4, and like that would have been like a really weird bend. I think for like an RPG story. I'm sorry, it was very rude of me to just jump in there. But.
No, it's good.
Oh,
so they want you to join them because they're having trouble climbing the tower. It's filled with monsters. The higher they go, the stronger the monsters get. But they know like whatever's at the top of this tower is causing all these issues. So you join them, move into their dorm, and basically during the day you go to high school. And basically because everybody and you're the only one. When you fight monsters, monsters drop tarot cards.
Okay.
And the fool isn't pigeonholed into one persona. So you take the monsters and combine them and you combine 3 different monsters.
Wait, three different cards
monsters,
for monsters?
tarot cards.
Okay.
And then you get a whole new persona that you yourself can use.
Holy fuck. So is this like an infinite number of possible
Oh, there's
personas?
a ton of different personas for the main character.
So-
all the other people in your party only have one, but the main character has tons.
Well,
So-
that's a lot of management.
That's the game's class system then.
Yep.
Okay. So you essentially manage like 3 talents kind of deal to like build a
Yeah, because you'll have
particular
like
character do you want to play?
because your first friend you make is sort of like your douchebag friend, the guy who fills that role, Junpei, and he I forget his element, but he's sort of a physical fighter. And then you meet another girl. She's your healer. Her persona has healing abilities as you level up, and eventually you build. Each one has a different element. So depending on what for the tower you're on, you might want to sub in different members. And then it's all elements, and then light and dark. Light and dark are different in this game. Is that they're all instant death effects.
Okay. So do you gain the tarot cards of your fellow party members as well to like use to customize the main
No,
character?
only
Just
monsters. Yep.
Do monsters all drop? I mean, like for instance, a goblin. Would a goblin always drop the hangman, for example?
Yep.
Okay, so you can farm, like you can like target a monster,
Or you'll get a goblin card who is hangman type, I should say. So you might get 3 different monsters, like a goblin, hobgoblin, and an imp, and they're all hangman class.
Okay.
So can you, if you can combine like multiple cards, can you uncombine them and make personas, or do they burn out once you made
They
this
usually
persona?
once you use them, they're gone.
Gone.
Once you combine them together, that's it.
So
And you can
you-
eventually combine 2, 3, 6, and then way more to get like the high level
So
stuff.
you can't like go all Diablo on it and farm the gems out of the armor that you gotta.
And see,
It's a combination that can't be broken.
But
Right.
once you unlock the persona, you don't have to unlock it again.
right. You can go back and pay a certain amount and bring that back from like because the guy, the old man, there's 3 different places in the city you can access him. I think like a door only the main character can see, and once he walks in the door,
Retirement
the old
centers.
man is there, and he'll do your personas for you, and then send you on your way.
Like, how do you mean he'll do them for you?
Like
you
he'll
just give him your cards and
he'll
your-
have a pentagram, and he'll lay out like 3 personas and combine them for you for a new persona, or
I
the
see.
6.
So
and-
that's how you create them.
Right.
Is through him.
Yep.
Okay. So how many different personas are there?
a ton, a fucking ton.
And like they're all very different. Like for example, like there's a healer persona.
They're like ones of like I think like a lover's type will have more healing abilities. The other a tower will have more like destructive abilities, or a tower might be like have more light and dark maneuvers, which are instant death against each other.
Can a persona that you create become more than what it is when you create it, or
There you go, because they level up and things like that. And the stronger your affinity is with a certain type of tarot card, the stronger they will be. So if
Gotcha.
if you have a level 10 in lovers, you make a persona and it will automatically gain 10 levels and
Okay.
be incredibly strong. And the only way you can make your tarot, your affinity stronger is to find in the daytime at school,
Yeah.
find a person that is that type and raise your relationship with them.
And it'll raise the affinity
And-
with the corresponding tarot
Yep.
or type, persona type.
Yep.
All right. Okay, I gotcha.
so is the game itself? And correct, I don't know JRPGs very much. Is right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Is it like PowerPoint where the characters
The screens and
the
stuff.
screen,
How
like
do you
the
mean?
slideshow? You know how like on Honey Pop and Karawa Shujo and stuff, where there's no like animation. It's just like
like
the character pops up as like
Right,
a slide,
right.
and then the other one comes up, and then they go away,
there's
and
not
the
a lot of-
scene fades, and
Yeah.
it goes to the next.
Oh, this is like Final Fantasy. Like you see in battle, it's the 3 characters moving and using spells.
Oh,
and-
okay.
Yeah.
this isn't sprite based, right? This is like 3D rendered, or do you know? What's it look like?
I'm trying to think. I mean, it looks good. It looks really good.
If you were to compare it to a game that I know, like what does it look like? Like does it look like Final Fantasy?
looks like anime.
6 or okay, I gotcha.
But moving anime, not anime drawings that are
Right. It looks like you're watching an anime.
Okay,
Huh,
that's
okay.
cool.
That is cool.
because they're all done that art style, and they have all the personality tropes and stuff like that.
That's weird
of anime
how
characters.
I perceived this game being like that. And I say the PowerPoint thing because I can't come up with a better analogy.
Right. No, I get it.
I've envisioned that this whole time until he said it was not that.
Yeah.
So that adds. I don't know how I would have preferred it, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. Okay.
So, but is it just like that in the daytime? Like at the in the nighttime?
In the daytime, you're a regular student, and you have attributes that you want to raise, which will allow you to basically have more dialogue options. Because you go to school and they say join a club. Do you want to join? Do you want to play basketball, or do you want to play soccer, or do you want to do theater? And I went for soccer. And when I go out, I'm speaking to the captain of the soccer team. And as soon as you meet him, the screen flashes. You see a cryptic message, and then you see the tarot card for strength get turned over. So every time you go to your club on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Soccer club.
Right. So if you choose what are you going to do after school today? Oh, I'm going to go to soccer club. You go to him, you play soccer, he'll ask you some questions. If you choose the best dialogue options, then you'll level up in that ability in strength.
Is the bad ending of Persona 3 where you don't go to any clubs because you masturbate in the shower right after school?
There is a bad ending in 4. I don't know if there's one in 3.
God, I hope it's masturbating related.
That's a club, actually.
Is it?
It's one of the good endings.
Dude, I could have been the captain of
Right?
that in high school.
Me too.
Yeah. I think so many tricks.
So during the day, and it all takes place over one. Here's another thing that's important. It takes place over one calendar year.
Okay.
So when you sit down, it gives you the date. It's you have 365 days to complete Persona 3.
Oh, so the game just straight up fucking ends? Like if you...
I don't know. That might be the bad ending. Yeah, I don't know what happens if you run out of time.
So it's not really difficult to stay within that time frame, or
No, it's not.
Does
Because
time move at all? Does
you'll
it go
say
backwards and forwards, or is it just linear?
it's just linear.
Straight linear.
Because there will be every time once a month there will be a story event. And you need to have you have basically those 30 days to complete that quest line for that month.
I gotcha. So you have to do essentially a chapter in a month's time.
Yeah, during the day you're spending okay, who do I want to spend time with? Who do I want to raise stats
Right.
with?
How many times can I jerk it in the shower?
Who do you want to romance if you want to romance somebody? Because you're also spending time with your friends, your companions in C's.
Yeah.
You can ask one girl, you want to go see a movie, and you'll level your relationship up with her.
Which will positively affect your matching persona.
Yep.
Right? Okay, cool.
And then
that sounds kind of neat.
And 3, and you can also, at night is the only time you can say, okay, well, tonight, let's go into the tower. And then you can go in and you only have... Once you enter, then you have limited resources, because once you leave, the clock turns over and you've lost
It's the
a
next
day.
day. And
So
it's
once
morning session again.
Right.
Okay.
So you have to go in and have enough resources to climb 20 floors of the tower. You'll fight a boss, and you'll come to a locked door. And then you won't have the opportunity to unlock it until the next full moon or whatever that next month.
chapter.
So that's
Right. Okay.
That's what cuts it off. So if you can do that first night, then you have a month to level up and skill up before then the big next chapter event happens.
That's fucking neat.
So, yeah, it is.
That's
so
fucking neat.
was this based on any previous, and this may have been in the Wikipedia thing and I was drinking, wasn't listening, but was this in any previous storybook or like a comic series or an anime, or was this conceived as a video game start to finish?
I have no idea.
Because that's really creative.
Yeah, that's really fucking
I mean,
cool.
I'm sitting here thinking, my God, that's a lot of thought put into
It's
something
good.
not just to kind of what you got to do to win the game, but to the overall universe. You don't see a lot of that.
And then because there are certain characters only available during the day, certain characters only available during night, and
Vampires.
certain vampires. There's a drunk old monk who is in a nightclub you have to go and talk to, and his dialogue options are you trying to basically figure out
Pay him for sex.
why he's drunk here every night,
Well,
and then you grow closer to him,
Sure.
and your affinity with that stacks up.
Is it me, or does this sound like a better version of Majora's Mask, like what Majora's Mask should have been?
I think everything's a better version of Majora's Mask.
No, I'm right there with you, despite my love for the N64.
Sure, yeah.
We don't share. But I'm thinking in terms of the day and the night, and the hour,
task that you have
you've
to
got
do.
a year to do it, and you've got a whatever, and you need to get to here and there, and but it sounds like less stressful, and it sounds more inventive.
'Cause I was stressed
and
out.
less
Yeah.
impossible to fucking finish.
I was stressed out at first because like I was signing up for all these clubs and schedules and stuff like that during the day, and I was like getting out paper like, okay, every Tuesday and
I
Thursday. have
remember
to
when
do
you were
that.
scheduling it like that. I remember
I was like,
seeing
I don't know if
you
I can do
it.
this.
And I was like, that I'll never play this game.
But
Then
don't-
I found out, the game does that for you automatically.
Nice.
So it'll if you go talk to somebody, they'll be like, "Oh, what are you gonna do after school today?" And then what's available for that day will then pop up,
Well,
so
and
you
I-
don't have to keep track of your own
It's
schedule.
cool because I get the impression by what you just said, writing things down, and then I'm stressing out and everything. It sort of puts you more in the role that you're supposed to be playing.
The
in that
stressed out
game.
high school student.
Yeah.
Stressed out high school student. They do that. It sounds like they do that really well.
Yeah, because you're also supposed to be looking out for other students who can live in the dark hour, and
Yeah.
once you find them and you recruit them, and then like at one point, you see what is a cool moment, and you're out in the dark hour, and you see a man is out with his dog, and the monsters overwhelm and kill the man, and you're just helpless against it, and the dog runs off, and then a
Dog
few
comes
months
back
into
later,
the
doesn't
story, dog comes back. Dog has his master's persona. Dog joins your party.
That's fucking
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
Dog joins your party.
Yep.
That should actually be the next T-shirt.
Right.
Dog joins your party.
Dog joins-
in Phil's dick drawing font, of course.
Just a little sprite of a little dog.
I really love the dog.
I'd
Your
wear
party. You can do this.
And personas it's not exactly picky, just whoever happens to just be someone who can be in the dark hour, be it a dog or
Real
you're all-
tramps.
you're
These
just
personas.
There's one like an alcoholic high school dropout.
Yeah.
He ends up being so you have to work on recruiting him, and he doesn't want to join. And then let's see who else was another unique one. An elementary school student, so you have to figure out how you want to deal with him because he has strong magic, but physically he's really weak
Yeah.
because he's 10.
Right.
So
That sounds.
Really fucking cool.
Yeah, it does. It
I-
really does.
I can't help but this will sound weird, Tyler, I'm sure, and to everybody listening, but it almost makes me think of Star Wars. And the reason is because the way you describe Persona and how they're connected, and even the monsters have these tarot cards, everything's connected through these cards. Sounds a lot like the Force to me.
okay.
Like everything is bound to one another in some way.
Yeah, that's not a bad analogy at all. Actually, I didn't come to that one on my own.
Yeah, and in the tower, I can't remember the trigger, but death also lives in the tower. That's something they also, first time you see death wandering, the floors get more and more fucked up the higher you climb
higher
in the
you go up.
tower.
Do
then
you-
eventually you see death wandering around. If you happen to bump into death,
He fucks your mom.
he fucks your mom. He fucks you and your mom.
And it is
He punches through carbuncle and
You're right.
fucking kills you.
It's horror because it's like not only like shocking and like not something you want to see, but it's more like, man, these developers, right? What
Yeah.
do they have to do to get like capture everyone's mom data? Wow, that is the true horrifying thing.
Do you find there to be any parallels here to the Dark Tower? Do you think that there's some influence going on there?
I can see that.
You've
It
read
just
them all,
like,
right?
Yes.
Okay, so
absolutely.
you know what the tower is, and we're not going to discuss it because it's not allowed. But do you get what I'm saying?
Because there's also like, because I don't want to talk about what's at the top of the tower and things like that,
Yeah.
but I can see that.
yeah. Okay.
Sephiroth.
So, yeah. And like there's
Cake.
also at one point you find like there's a rival group of people who can also see in the dark hour, but they're helping the tower.
Huh.
So then you have another group you're at odds with, but so far you don't know who they are during the daytime.
The others.
The others. So it's just like, I think it is a very, very cool game.
It sounds fucking cool.
Yeah, it does.
These are very long, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like how long?
Well, I mean,
Like how long is Persona 3?
I don't remember. I mean, I did everything in this game that I could.
Like I mean, is 80 hours thing? Like,
I don't
is
think
that-
it's an 80-hour game.
Okay.
Because it's still a handheld, like it's still a Vita game.
Okay.
And then the cool thing about Vita version, I can't remember what it's called, but the canonical character is male, and you can have relationships, like romantic relationships with the female characters. The Vita version gender swaps all of it.
Huh.
So then, yeah, the non-canonical you play as a girl, and then you can instead pursue and have all new cutscenes and abilities with the male characters.
That's pretty cool.
So I thoroughly like. I probably like 4. I think I like the characters in 3 more, but overall, I think 4 is the better game. But they're both fucking good.
Do you have to play 1 and 2 to get 3 and 4?
I've never played 1 and 2, and I love 3 and 4.
Do that.
Yep.
Cool.
But I know 1 and 2 were just like extremely grind heavy, extremely.
Yeah.
Because Shake also told me like there's a whole like you could spend hundreds of hours in that game because every single item you can go inside of it and unlock and make it level up. You could buy a potion from a vendor, go inside it, do a 100-floor dungeon.
Inside the potion.
Inside the potion, and when you come out, the potion's an elixir.
Oh, I see. So you upgrade items that way.
And it's like each one's like a whole huge difficult
Wow.
dungeon.
Shit.
Wow.
That does sound like a grind.
It does sound like convenient though. It sounds like a convenient grind though, where it's like you're not wandering around like going from encounter to encounter, right? You're just like, I have this item inside of it's a dungeon, so I'm just gonna go do that right now.
Yeah.
That seems kind of cool.
Because I was about to say, because you'll normally, you'll have some NPCs that are like basically seers. I think you get 2 of those characters in Persona 3 where they don't go in with you and fight. They stay outside and coach you through like,
Just
oh, I can see
suck each
there
other so
3
right
doors
while
up
you're in
there.
Like, no, you got it. You're so strong.
so strong.
So sucks dry right now.
Oh, so dry.
Do you like how we became one person?
That was wonderful.
Yeah, that was man, that was exhilarating.
Yeah.
But there's not much more I can say without getting too heavy into spoiler territory. But the story's good, the characters are good.
I'm interested.
I think it was
Yeah.
I bought it
I am
full
too.
price for $20 in the PlayStation Store.
I'm not
You
gonna
fucking
lie.
sold it to me,
I'm not
man.
gonna lie. I came into this thinking, well, this would be just
A bullshit-
opportunity for me to make fucking stupid jokes and act like an asshole. I
Right.
was listening and really
Yeah.
became interested
It's
in what
good.
you had to say. That's awesome.
And then 4 revolves around like a series of extremely interesting and mysterious murders.
Interesting.
So 3 is the mysterious tower, 4 is mysterious murderer.
I got you.
Nice.
See, I didn't know it had this horror bend to it.
Me neither.
I remember in middle school watching Lord Matt play one of the Persona games. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2.
Him and I have talked about them.
And I know he's a huge fan of the series.
Yeah.
And I know there are a lot of my friends whose taste I trust who love the games. I just have never. I think that I was just turned off by the modern setting, honestly.
Yeah.
And I never could get past that, like as a child.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I can
man.
see that. Well, coming from Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger.
That
and
was
shit
kind of
like
my
that.
thing.
Yeah.
Like I was very narrow-minded about it, where it was like, well, it doesn't have like, it's not fantastical, even though it clearly is. But I don't know, if the world doesn't have fucking birds you can ride on and cute, cute fucking koala moogles, then it's not worth playing.
No, I'm with you. I'm kind of a one-trick pony. Everybody knows I play be much just Overwatch more. And I broke away from my norm to play Honey Pop after I heard you guys talk about it. And it was like surprisingly
Honey
good.
Pop's a good
Oh man, Honey
game.
Pop's a good game.
I really enjoyed it. Like I spent an entire weekend playing it nonstop, and that's what I think this sort of does for me. Is to hear Tyler talk about that, I'm like, okay, there's more out there than just running around as a big giant fucking gorilla and lecturing people. I want to try it out. Now I don't know if that's a thing. Is it just on the Vita? Is it just a Vita game, or is it a?
I know the
Well, it
original
was
is on PlayStation 2.
2, yeah.
But also, there's also a little bit of survival to it because, once you enter the tower a section at a time, resource management. But there's usually in the middle, there will be like a save point and where you can go back, and it costs a ton depending on how much your HP and MP are depleted. You can pay to have them restored without leaving and resetting time, but it's super expensive. At least I don't remember in 3. I know in 4, that's a relationship with somebody who will. In 4, there's a fox, an intelligent fox who will. The higher you have your relationship with him, the cheaper it is for him to make you recover when
cool.
you're on your quest line. But that's 4. But if you haven't made it to that save point and you die, you lose all the progress you've made that night. It's just gone. So there's
brutal.
risk to it, yeah. Because if you don't manage your resources right, if you run out of MP, if you
Can you call it at any time? Like if you
I
don't
think there are items that will whisk you out and be done. I
gotcha.
believe.
But that seems kind of rare. Like
Yeah.
at least it seems like you didn't do that very often.
No.
Are you excited about Persona
About
5?
Fuck yes. Oh man, I'm so excited about. I'm sad. I believe it's only a PS4,
I think that's right.
so it
You
makes
got
me
one
sad.
though,
I mean,
right?
I do, but I love my Vita. There's
I
something
gotcha.
about like that made it when I'm in this a huge 20 floor dungeon on the Vita. I can just hit that power save button
Yeah.
and then just pick it up at any time.
You can do that on your PS4.
Oh
Yeah,
I
you
think
can do
you
a power
can
save.
actually-
I use that all the fucking
Oh,
time.
yeah?
Yeah.
Can't
It's
you
nice.
like shit the game out to your Vita from the PS4?
Yes.
Oh
you can
yeah, you're
remote play
right.
that bitch. Yep.
That's probably what I will do then.
Like I think you could even do that remotely.
Yeah.
Like from
Oh,
work.
really?
I
Outside
think
of
if
your
you-
local area network?
Yeah, I think if you have like the right, I don't know. I don't want to say that.
No, I hope you're right because that sounds fucking
had a-
sweet.
I had a PS4 briefly, and I'm almost positive you do that. So,
Nice. I want a Vita.
be
I
good.
want a Vita for the remote play, honestly.
Yeah.
but I know for a fact. So
Yeah.
you know that would be a to buy it and still play it on your.
That's
you
what
know,
I'll do.
see.
But I bet 5 is going to be. I think 5's been. I'm
Yeah.
very excited about 5.
I want to try it.
Well,
I want to hop on 5 and give it a go.
Now, are we talking same developers, same thing, or are we talking
Yeah,
about?
it's Atlas, everything. Persona Q is different because Persona Q is because 3 and 4 are Vita exclusive. Persona Q is DS exclusive, and it is a same characters, same world, completely different style
Outfits.
of game.
Okay.
100%. Well, you dress them up completely
It's just
differently.
all their outfits are way
All
different.
different.
Burlesque edition.
all
like-
different colors.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Palette
That's
swap.
Same game, different palette
Because
swap. Yeah.
because Q. Well, I didn't finish it because that's a long grindy game.
I remember
But
you
it-
talking about that.
It
one.
is a draw the map of your first person exploration dungeon.
Well, and I say that only because you know how it goes. And is this tale as old as time, right? It starts out really good and it's a thing and it's a great franchise and then it gets handed off to another developer
Sure.
and gets fucking broken and then the
Yeah.
original developer's back and does it right one more time and then they go away. Call of Duty was kind of like that, you know, in Infinity Ward and that whole legacy of that bullshit that happened. So I want to make sure that, you know, you're not looking forward to a game and then being set up for disappointment by it being a different developer.
Yeah.
Different company making. So I feel like if it's what I'm getting at is if it's the same company, you're probably gonna be okay. You're probably
Yeah, I
gonna
wouldn't.
be happy
I
with
wouldn't
it.
really recommend Q unless you just are a huge fan, or you're that certain kind of gamer. Because that is very. It's because Q is basically a Persona skin of Etrian Odyssey. If anybody's familiar with those games,
Right. Yeah. Oh, man.
But that's all I got to say. I don't want to spoil any more. So that's all I
Okay.
got to say about Persona 3.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to hear about Persona 4. And I am honestly, like, you've sold me on this series. Like, I've never been sold on this series before. And in this last hour, I mean, this does sound like a pretty fucking good
I'm
game.
glad.
It does.
It's very good.
And it sounds more appealing to me than some of the stuff that's more like visual novel based.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This sounds like I might actually enjoy this.
Yeah.
Do you have any beards for this game? Or glasses or
I thought of something
personas?
earlier.
Is there a beard persona?
There are a lot of there are cool looking monsters and goofy looking monsters and stuff like that you combine. They're also, I think, because devils and angels are also a subtype of tarot card, so you get those type of monsters. And
Now, do you mash the monsters up or do you just take the cards? Like, are you like a chimera factory? Or
well, I mean, sort of, because you'll see, because you'll have your big list of cards if you, depending on what kind of pentagram you choose, and then you'll see what you could potentially get.
it's like weird science.
And so, yeah, pretty much. Because, like, there is, I think, like, Jack Frost is one card, and it's like a snowman in, like, a sailor suit.
Michael
And then, yeah, exactly. It's Michael Keaton. And you combine him with two other things at a high level, he becomes Frost King and looks like a much bigger, scarier snowman.
I gotcha.
So,
So like Pokemon evolutions, essentially.
yeah.
Neat.
And then, but eventually, then you'll get into like making minor gods and shit like that. That if you choose, there's easy, medium, and hard difficulty. And the higher the difficulty, then and you can new game plus it into higher difficulty.
So are you telling me, am I understanding correctly that you can make a monster and then fight it? Is that how that works?
No. Well, you fight the monsters, and then you can make your own persona out of that.
But you combine all the shit that you've collected from them into one big one.
Right.
Oh, I
Yep.
gotcha.
Yep.
So it's not a monster. It's not a monster you're building. It's your persona that you're building from the monster.
Right, and then they'll also drop ability cards. You can give random abilities to your personas that they wouldn't normally have.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Or
Sorry.
your affinity could also grant it unique abilities that it wouldn't normally have.
Neat.
And then your person also has, your character has abilities as well.
So, like, okay, once you reach like a certain affinity, like abilities unlock for a persona, maybe.
Yep.
That's cool. All right, yeah, this game sounds cool. This system sounds really fucking neat.
Very good.
Well thought.
Beard glasses, yeah,
I had some, but I've forgotten them now.
okay.
Whatever they are, they'd be good.
I bet they were good.
They were good.
They're good. They're good.
Are there any characters in the game with a beard? Is there a single person in the game with a beard?
Junpei has a 5 o'clock shadow.
Okay, so,
there you go.
A Junpei.
Junpei's
beard.
Junpei's beard. Anybody with glasses?
Probably a lot. Probably a bunch of dudes with glasses all up in that game.
I'm trying to think. I think there's a girl who has glasses, like one of your seers.
Are they
Ew,
really
gross.
tiny round glasses?
Yeah, I think so.
I know something.
So stereotypical anime glasses
Yeah,
for the game.
looking through naked girl for the first time that you're also about to murder.
Does this happen in
There
the
you
game?
go. No.
Oh, okay.
So excellent game. Buy it, play it, love it, embrace it. Hey.
Yeah, man.
I have no idea how to close this one out, man.
Can I mention one thing? It's completely off the subject.
Yes.
I don't want to cut us off. If
Yeah,
we're
whip
still
it out.
talking. All right. I've been talking to Paul.
Paul, which Paul?
Cool.
Okay.
What's Paul playing?
Uh-huh.
From the podcast, What's Paul Playing?
Loaded Car Gaming.
We chatted a little bit today, and I want to shout out to him and say, hey, and I was really glad to talk to you today. Season 3 of Overwatch competitive has ended today. Season 4 will probably start in a couple of weeks, and Paul's wanting to get some of the nation fans together to play some comp.
What is now? Comp is like competitive,
Yeah.
where you're ranked and shit.
Yeah.
So is he looking to put together a static, just 5-man team or 6?
I don't know. I don't
played it,
know.
promise.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The problem is I play with a 6-man. We've sort of weeded out one of our guys that was the 7th man. Now that he doesn't so much play anymore, we're back to being this is guys from work that I play with.
Uh-huh.
We're back to being our standard 6-man. But I'm really interested in doing this.
Yeah?
I would like to play a little comp with you guys. So this goes out to Ramon. This goes out to Drew, Paul. I can't remember who else who's Shinji. That's Drew, isn't it?
No, we played with Drew. Is just Drew, which
Drew's
I love.
Drew. He's such a good Mercy.
We also played with Shadowrunner, Cody Stinson. We played with Magical Sleeper, Chris Vaughn.
Who's Shinji?
Shinji, man, I got to be honest. I feel bad. I don't know the answer to that.
I'm so sorry to whomever that is. Hit me on Facebook. I'll acknowledge you and I apologize. But anyway, the point is,
because I mainly just know everybody through Discord. Like I just know everybody through their voice. I don't really know their Blizzard IDs.
Paul wants to get together and do a comp this season for 4. I don't know if the SR changes are going to happen. Like last year, I got nerfed bad. My score went way down because I played in 2. There's a number of other factors that brought my score way down below what I felt like it should have been. But anyway, Paul mentioned that he wants to get together and play. If you guys are interested, we can talk about it.
Huh.
And I say you guys, I mean Dave. I know Tyler's not a Overwatch player.
I don't think I'm in.
Yeah,
I love that
I
this
get
is
it.
happening, but yeah,
I get it.
I don't think I can commit.
I know you've got a lot going on too. I do play Overwatch pretty much 5 days out of the week.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm actually really interested in doing this. But I want to take it seriously. Like when we first started playing Overwatch, when we were sort of introing everybody to it, we were playing a lot of custom matches and things that weren't really helping anyone advance because that's going to change. The custom games are now going to earn XP, loot boxes, things like that. That's all coming in the next patch.
I'm surprised they're doing that.
Yeah, super customization coming for Overwatch. But anyway, I want to get warm. I want to get everybody comfortable in whatever role they want to do. And let's play a couple of comps, you guys. If you want to get out there and do it, hit us up on Facebook in the Nation group. We'll try to make that happen.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If you want to like make a post in TADPOG Nation on Facebook.
Yeah, I may do that.
People can just maybe comment to that.
I may do that. And I've told Paul earlier today, and I'm really glad that I'm just sort of talking to Paul just as a friend.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I really love this guy. I told him, it was really easy for me to get salty and mad and throwing a fit and being pissed off all the time when things weren't going my way. But I've really made an effort to try and calm that down and really focus more on enjoying the game and enjoying things. And it's really improved my gameplay. It's improved my experience. And I'm going to carry that into season 4.
And tell me how you feel like competitive will totally wreck that sense.
No. I'm talking about in competitive.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've really tried to not take it as seriously and be as try hard as it was. So it's difficult to do. And a lot of people take it too seriously, but it is a really fun thing. And if you guys want to get together, Dave, and I say you guys, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. No, I know.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to the listeners.
Sure.
If you guys want to get together, let's
I'll look
play a
away from
game. No, fine. Let's play a game.
I mean, I've
Let's
already
do it.
mastered Genji, but I just played other people.
Damn, dog, you mastered Genji.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I want to play. I want to participate. I want to be in it. I want season 4. I do take it seriously, but I like to try to have a lot of fun. So if you guys want to get, and John Turley's going to totally be down with this too. I know he is. He plays every night too. So let's do it.
I see your plays of the game that you.
Do I post too much of that shit?
No.
No, I love it.
Okay.
Can I tell you why I don't like them on Facebook? Because I see them when I'm at work, and I don't want my coworkers to know I'm on Facebook.
I got you.
That's pretty much how that's how that shit goes. It's like I have to like really like want to be like, this fucking means a lot. Like it has to like really mean a lot, and I'll like it. And if someone comes at me, I'll be like, just break.
So yeah, I use plays.tv. It's not a streaming service. It's a recording thing. That's like an Instagram for video games. I highly recommend it if you're not worried about streaming. It's a nice little client. It works really well for me. I like it. And I don't want to make this all about Overwatch, but John Turley and I had a game last night that was just unbelievable. So rather than posting a 1-minute clip, I posted the entire match.
Holy shit.
It was like 18 minutes long. I highly recommend watching it. It was from my perspective, so you don't get to see everything. Unfortunately, they don't have a good spectate mode.
Yeah.
Like where Counter-Strike, you used to go back, grab your old matches, and you could like go around the map
Right,
and
you're a
go
ghost.
to different characters and everything. They don't have that yet in Overwatch, but if y'all want to watch a real competitive, we had one.
Man.
It's probably my favorite game of the whole season, and John will. So anyway,
Shoot me that link, and I'll put it in the show notes.
it's on Facebook.
I'll
link you.
Okay.
I'll link you. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. If you guys want to get together, do some comps, do it.
Make it happen.
Holler at me. Like a TADPOG.
I love it. I fucking love it.
All right.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud.
Yep.
So to miss the next episode, Persona 4 Golden for the
4.
PlayStation Vita.
For Sona. Do you think
God,
they'll
I had
ever,
a joke for that somewhere earlier too, and I forgot about that.
do you think they'll ever adopt the Fast and Furious naming scheme
I hope
for
so.
Persona, where they just start making puns with the? Yeah, I'm sorry, you were doing the outro.
Yeah, let's see. I just hear about the Stitcher. Next episode 4. Hey, do you want to? Hey, we have shirts.
Hi.
Go
we
to
have
Amazon. Got shirts. TADPOG. You want to send us anything? You send that to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole, Nance, PO Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
shirts. Everyone got it?
Yep.
Good. You can call us, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's that? 270-883-2555?
Yeah.
Okay, look who remembered again.
Good job. I talked a lot about Persona and then Wildcats and Sucking Them Dry, so you didn't have time to get any calls. It's fine.
You are feeling different right now than you did when you started this episode.
Well, I do have rum and pineapple juice.
Yeah, you are there.
But I'm also pretty sick to my stomach, so it's a weird amalgamation.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's why I had to I
left-
got up and I was
yeah.
like, Ian, just keep going.
You left early. Did you I mean, like,
Get sick a little bit.
oh no. I'm sorry.
But I'm back.
I'm sorry.
Because I was like, nope, can't make it all the way.
Oh man. All right, yeah, let's shut this down.
Was it the chemical mixture?
I'm all right now. Yeah, it's bad.
We have a Patreon.
Go to my bathroom. Does somebody burn hair in here?
If you enjoyed this episode, and I hope that you did, you can go to patreon.com/tadpog and give us $1. And then you get to hear all the bonus episodes that we record monthly. We have a plan to go to Fantasy World to record the $300 Patreon bonus episode.
Yep.
Which is where we go to Fantasy World and then report back. Ian, are you in on that?
Look, I'm we're talking about possibly doing this next week.
Saturday.
Fuck.
I know, man.
It's like not a good. Any other time it would be fine. Yes, I'm in, but I can't go on Saturday. Make it happen another day, and I'll probably.
We'll just have to go for funsies some other time.
Yeah. You want to go earlier in the week?
We'll talk. We'll talk.
We'll go on a Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
That's like day after day after day after tomorrow. You're talking about going to fantasy.
Yeah. This Saturday. Yeah.
Let me
Because we have to make February.
find out.
Okay.
I have to do this. I want to go.
Okay.
I said I would.
I know.
I can't not do that.
Hey, look.
I already had to reduce my fucking Patreon donation. Like the least I could do is be in on the Fantasy World episode, like I said I would, like a million times.
Look, I want you there. You don't have to sell it to me.
You can just sit
I'm
at
not
that
trying to
same.
sell it. I'm trying to say how much. We'll talk.
Okay. All right.
We'll all go in there and sit together at that dirty, dusty, weird ass table in the middle of this weird room.
It's not weird if we're all masturbating.
That's
a
true.
rule.
Are
That's
you
true.
going? Are you going? Yeah. You know.
He was talking to Melissa.
We'll
Yeah,
work
she's
it.
going. It's gonna be good.
Sorry.
It's gonna be good.
Hi, I'm doing a radio show.
Well, kinda.
Ish. Talk to me.
All right.
Let me just don't give up on me yet.
Okay.
I got to be there for you.
Never
guys.
give up. I'll never give up on you.
I'm not afraid of fucking anything. I'm going to this.
Literally, I will fuck anything. I will put my dick
beers
in
did
whatever.
you have? That's like an 18 beers in kind of statement. I'm not afraid of anything.
Bourbon.
I ain't afraid no roller coaster.
About that much bourbon.
I love it, man. Like I know, like whenever I hear a statement like that said that way, it's like, this gentleman has
I'll
been
punch a
drinking.
cop. I don't give a
No,
shit.
I'm basing
Watch.
I'm basing this strictly on the fact that when Brandon went and you were saying I thought Brandon was bulletproof and he could handle anything and he was shaken by this place. Bullshit. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna conquer this.
You're going. You're gonna
Okay.
ask for Duchess, and it's gonna be something.
But I'm gonna admit that I have no idea what the fuck to do. So we're all gonna be in the
Oh, it's going to be awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
It is going to be awkward because we are going to walk in together as a group. I imagine stiff-legged, shuffling for some reason. What if all I'm like trying to find an excuse to look at something?
Oh, that's
inconspicuous in the
exactly
room.
what we did. Melissa and I have been 3 times and not.
You got
we
3
just
times, dog.
2 times. We just barely scratched the surface.
say,
and
you
it's
guys-
just like I don't want. It's like I don't want to pop this pimple.
No,
And like you walk in,
no.
it's just like, oh, let's look at these old Playboys. I'm
You
gonna look around for a
purposely-
second. Okay, let's go over here again.
Oh my god, you're gonna be like our Fantasy World Pathfinder.
I'm
You're gonna be like, this
concerned.
way.
I have a question. You purposely have been to Fantasy World now 4 times?
Well, we've been twice. Yeah,
You 2 have been twice, but you went with Brandon.
Brandon went with us.
Oh, okay. So twice.
Yeah, we went by ourselves once.
We had to.
Yeah,
And he didn't even fucking rate.
I
on
think it was
this.
that night. It was that night the suck it dry night. That was the night
Oh, it was Suck It Dry night?
that we went after that.
What a
I
weird-
have
what a
the
weird
answer. I have the answer.
You have the
There
answer?
was something in the air that night.
Had to have
Weird
been.
shit was bound
because we
to
were
happen.
driving home and she was like, let's just see. I don't know what's there. Let's just see what's there.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's go. And we sat in the car for like 10 minutes, like looking at this weird ass place.
You got to own this shit.
Then on the
We
way back with Brandon, because we took him home later that next time, we're like, all right, let's show Brandon something.
But we've got to figure this out. We've got to know what you do. We've got to tell the world what do you do when you go to Fantasy World.
I need to
We
get to a
know.
place where I can ask people that.
you
I
been?
think that would be great if I went just to the point where I'm really comfortable talking to strangers. I'd love to just walk in and be like, "Excuse me, what is this place all about?"
Dude, here,
Are you gonna-
a cop?
When we get in there, are you gonna fast walk out the fucking back door?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see.
If there's a
you're
back
not.
door.
There's always
Are
It's
we
just one
okay?
entrance.
Okay. So have you been there?
no.
You haven't.
No,
You
fuck,
haven't been
I have
part of it.
not been there, and I am
scared?
dreading it. Yes, I'm fucking scared. Absolutely.
Will you be less scared if I go with you?
If that's the excuse that you need to use, then yeah.
No, I just want to help. I'm going to be there for you.
Yeah, it would help.
We might have a good time.
Well, it depends on how much
We
money we
might.
bring, right? I don't know.
I mean, Trump's
Y'all
our
don't-
president. Anything can happen.
Y'all don't
It's
know
fine.
the depths of my depravity.
Well, we want to find out.
I've been here a minute. I know what's up.
Because what we've been there, and the 2 times we've been there, only half the time do they actually have girls there. The first time was just like 2 old men showing off their dirty raincoat and pornography collection.
Nice. Cool. This is like a flea market sex shop is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It does sound like Trader's Mall, but like with people fucking each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
With penises.
Right. Just sticky parts. Sticky parts you don't normally see on a person.
I like it. I like the sound of this. Let's do it.
You haven't been, Rian, right? Have
No,
you been?
I haven't.
Okay. So okay. Yeah. Well, you need to make this work so you can come.
Oh, come. Yeah, let me do it.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Let me do it. Let me work this out.
Okay,
I think I
okay.
can probably.
Sweet.
I have a very understanding wife who's probably gonna be like, huh?
If anyone here understands understanding wives, it's probably me and Tyler. Considering that we are in Tyler and Melissa's bedroom right
Do we-
now. She is in her pajamas in the bed with a look on her face like, I'm
Please
ready.
shut
Let's
up.
fucking let's get
do this.
rid of these people.
Get in here. Do we not have the trifecta of cool and understanding wives?
Yeah.
And that's not just a suck up moment. I'm not kidding. We got some good
Oh, yeah.
wives.
Yeah.
Good
Absolutely.
people. Good people. You're good people. Yeah.
I compare her to Mary Poppins. She's practically perfect in every
You
way.
compare her to Mary Poppins?
Just with that phrase.
Oh, okay. I got you. Like, not when it's.
I can't keep a broom and top hat off of her. Just walking around.
I'm just like, when it's dirty times?
She's got an umbrella and shit
The
jumping off the roof.
umbrella.
Reach in that bag.
Our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. Look at that track from the insurance at TADPOG.com.
Can.
Yep. I want to thank some people.
Oh, yeah.
Can I do that
Go
real
ahead.
quick?
Yeah.
These are some recent Patreon donors. Real quick. Soul Sister Yarn Sorceress Chandra, thank you very much for upping your donation significantly. I'd like to thank Overseas Philip Wiseman, who just recently upped his donation. Overseas Philip used to hang out with me on Twitch. When I would stream. He's a really cool guy, and it's awesome that he's still listening and is donating. Thank you, Philip. I'd like to thank Joseph E. Willard III for upping his donation, riding that several pennies train. I'd like to thank Magical Sleeper for upping his donation. Several pennies, lots of pennies. And I'd like to thank Micah Purdue, a.k.a. Exalted Lord Micah Purdue, for upping his donation, riding that penny train. And also Tadpog Santa Jack of Ziggy Moons, Akemi, for recently upping their donation on Patreon as well, significantly. Thank you. Also, I love this one, Zeus. Recently upped his donation.
The Zeus?
Zeus. I fucking love that name. Raised it significantly. Zeus. Fucking thank you very much.
God of Thunder.
Yes. Brett Miller. Again, I feel like I hadn't thanked Platinum member Brett Miller yet. Thank you very much for upping your donation by several pennies. And Joey Webster for recently upping his donation significantly. So, I mean, this has been a good week for Patreon donations. Thank you very
Shit, yeah.
fucking much, everybody.
Tax time.
Yeah.
So how would you guys like to close this out?
Ian, do you have any suggestions? I'm drawing a blank. Like we jumped out of a van, maybe?
No, like Dave's reaction, Fantasy World.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Okay.
So until next time. Capricorn. Of course, I'm fucking Capricorn.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, it's not from.
We'll see. I guarantee you it's not me. Based on all the stories I've heard so far, like there ain't a fucking chance I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm into some
Hell
weird
yeah.
shit that I didn't know about.
Then you might learn some shit about Ian on Saturday. I'll be like Homer in Chocolate Land. Woohoo! What are you guys sitting around
You
for?
definitely have to.
Oh, okay. I'll work it out.
What's this? Gimp masks and empty syringes? Ah, yes.
Man, that trip to Fantasy World was weird, but I also saw Ian's dick like 8 times.
And Melissa was like, we all did. Couldn't drive that home anymore. That's why I'm having to drive the fucking rolling Holocaust oven, as I call that Volkswagen, because
Fuck,
it's so
man.
ridiculously hot in the summer.
That's the stinger. I'm sorry.
Oh. Sorry. Sorry, everyone.
No, it's
That
fun,
was
that thing you murdered Jews in.
That was
Just noting the
inappropriate.
time.
Inappropriate.